I still remember the day I met Dr. Lee. I was a young artist at the time, struggling to find my footing in the competitive world of fine arts. She promised to help me unlock my full potential, and I desperately needed guidance. Little did I know, I was about to get myself entangled in a web of deceit. At first, Dr. Lee seemed like the perfect mentor. She was charismatic, confident, and genuinely seemed to care about my progress. But as time went on, I began to notice a disturbing trend. She would often schedule private sessions with me, telling me it was to help me cope with the pressures of creating art. And yet, every single session would devolve into her talking about her own experiences, her own struggles, and how I could learn from them. I was being used as a sounding board for her own therapy. It wasn't until I stumbled upon a hidden portfolio in her office that I began to piece together the extent of her manipulation. She was using her reputation, her influence, and even her relationships with her colleagues to push my work into the spotlight. I was just a pawn in her game of self-aggrandizement. The more I realized, the more I felt a growing sense of unease. One fateful night, I decided to confront Dr. Lee about what I had discovered. I walked into her office, my heart racing, and I confronted her about using me for her own gain. At first, she denied it, claiming it was all part of her therapeutic approach. But when I pushed her further, something inside of her snapped. Her demeanor changed, and for a fleeting moment, I saw something else in her eyes, something akin to admiration. "You've always been the perfect student," she said, her voice dripping with malice. "You've got talent, dedication, and a willingness to learn. I've been grooming you for this moment my whole career." Grooming me? What did she mean? It dawned on me then that I had been living in a world of make-believe, a world where Dr. Lee's words were laced with venom, not sincerity. The revelation shook me to my core. The art therapist who had promised to help me unlock my full potential had actually been using me to further her own career. The word that came to my mind was manipulated. As I walked out of her office, I knew I had to break free from her toxic grasp. It was a liberating feeling, but it also left me feeling vulnerable, unsure of what lay ahead. The journey to find my own voice, my own art, was just beginning. And I knew that I had to be careful, for in a world where manipulation is rife, self-discovery can be the greatest gift of all.